This is how you begin to realize that your life has taken a different direction from many others, not because you were meant to be superior or special, but because some people are shaped by experience to carry more awareness, responsibility, and emotional depth than most. Your journey may have started early, with a childhood that felt heavier than it should have, marked by emotional distance, neglect, or the feeling of being overlooked within your own family, which often forces a person to mature too quickly, to become observant, self-reliant, and inwardly strong long before they are ready. You likely felt different from your siblings or peers, not in a dramatic way, but in a quiet, persistent sense that you perceived things others didn't, that you noticed emotional undercurrents, patterns in behavior, and unspoken tensions that made it difficult to feel fully at ease in social environments. Others may have sensed that you were not easily defined, that there was a seriousness or depth to you they couldn't quite name, and even when your intentions were good and you tried to support or help people, you may have found yourself hurt, misunderstood, or taken for granted by those you were trying to be there for. At times, you may have been labeled as strange, distant, or overly introspective, which gradually led you to prefer solitude, not out of isolation or bitterness, but because being alone required less explanation and allowed you to remain honest with yourself instead of constantly adapting to fit in. You may have noticed that animals responded calmly to you, or that people felt comfortable opening up around you, which often happens when someone carries a non-threatening presence, listens without judgment, and remains emotionally steady. As you moved into adulthood, you likely became quieter and more selective with your time and energy, learning to care without overextending yourself and to maintain emotional boundaries because pretending or people-pleasing had proven unsustainable. Strangers may have shared personal thoughts with you without much prompting, while at the same time you may have felt as though life repeatedly placed you in difficult situations, not because you were doing something wrong, but because challenge had become a consistent part of your development. These experiences, though demanding and often lonely, tend to shape individuals who are reflective, resilient, and capable of understanding others without needing to dominate or be recognized. Your path may not resemble the paths of those around you, and it does not need to, because your value lies not in attention or approval, but in the quiet impact you have through steadiness, clarity, and integrity. If there is a purpose in this kind of life, it is not to stand above others, but to contribute reliability, understanding, and calm in a world that often lacks all three.